Hello. What is your name? Hi. My name is John. How are you today? I am fine, thank you. Good morning, Emma. Good morning, James. Where are you from? I am from Canada. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. How old are you? I am 20 years old. Who is she? She is my friend, Sarah. Are you a student? Yes, I am a student. What is his name? His name is Michael. How is it going? It is going well. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mary. Where do you live? I live in London. See you later. See you soon. What do you do? I am a teacher. Is he your brother? No, he is my friend. How do you spell your name? J-O-N. Good evening, David. Good evening. Are they your parents? Yes, they are. What is your phone number? It is 555-123. Do you speak English? Yes, I speak a little English.
I'm worried about the campsite being so cold. Did Sarah bring enough? She brought the special warm sleeping bag.
She'll be fine. Where are you camping this winter?
I am camping in a snowy forest.
What do you hear in the forest?
I hear the wind and the trees.
I find myself wondering about the silence out there. How do you experience it?
It's not silent, Oscar. Listen closely, and you'll hear the world breathing. I'm worried about the campsite being so cold. Did Sarah bring enough? She brought the special warm sleeping bag.
She'll be fine. Where are you camping this winter?
I am camping in a snowy forest.
What do you hear in the forest?
I hear the wind and the trees.
I find myself wondering about the silence out there. How do you experience it?
It's not silent, Oscar. Listen closely, and you'll hear the world breathing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speaking Success. I'm Mary.
And I'm Michael. We're so glad you're joining us today. You know, Mary, when you're learning a new language, what's one of the very first things you really need to get right?
Oh, that's easy, Michael. It's all about making that first connection, isn't it? Greetings and introductions. They're the cornerstone of any conversation. You can't really get anywhere without them.
Exactly. And for our A1 level learners out there, it can feel a bit daunting at first, but today we're going to make it super simple and fun. We're going to cover the top 30 essential English greetings and introductions that you can use right away.
That's right. We've got a fantastic list that will help you say hello, ask names, find out where people are from, and just generally start a conversation with confidence. So let's dive straight in, shall we?
Absolutely. Let's start with the absolute basics, the hello phrases. The simplest, most common one you'll hear everywhere is hello, or sometimes just hi.
Yes, hello is formal enough for any situation, but hi is super common with friends and people your age. Then, right after hello, you often want to know someone's name, so you'd say, hello, what is your name?
And the response is usually, hi, my name is Michael, or hello, my name is Mary. It's pretty straightforward, right?
It is, and once you know someone's name, it's just good manners to follow up with, nice to meet you. It shows you're happy to make their acquaintance.
And the polite reply, nice to meet you too. Simple, friendly, and it keeps the conversation flowing. Remember, these are building blocks. Don't feel like you have to say everything perfectly, just try to use them.
Exactly. Now let's talk about those time-specific greetings. These are super useful. We have good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Right. Good morning is generally used from sunrise until about noon, good afternoon from noon until about 5 or 6 p.m., and good evening from then until you go to bed.
So if I see you in the morning, Michael, I'd say, good morning, Michael, and you'd respond, good morning, Mary. Easy peasy.
It is. And then there's good night. Now this one is a bit different. You don't usually use good night as a greeting. It's more of a farewell when someone is going to bed or leaving for the night.
Yeah, like sleep well is a common response. So remember, good morning, afternoon, evening are for saying hello, but good night is for saying goodbye before sleep.
Excellent point, Mary. Let's move on to asking about someone's well-being. This is probably one of the most common follow-up questions after a greeting. How are you today?
Ah, the classic. And the standard A1 response is, I am fine, thank you. But you know, Michael, people also say, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm great. There are lots of options, even at an A1 level, if you feel a little more confident.
That's true. And a slightly more casual version of how are you is, how is it going? You'll hear this a lot, especially in America.
Yes, how is it going? And a common response is, it is going well, or it's going great. Again, these are flexible, just like how are you?
Another important personal question is about where someone comes from. Where are you from? This opens up a whole conversation about their country or city.
Absolutely. And you'd answer, I am from Canada, or I am from Brazil, or wherever you're from. And a related question is, where do you live? Because you might be from one place but living in another, right?
Exactly. So, I live in London would be a perfect answer if you're residing there. These two questions are fundamental for getting to know someone a little better.
They really are. And speaking of getting to know someone, often we ask about what they do for work or study. What do you do is the general way to ask about someone's profession or if they're a student.
So a reply could be, I am a teacher, or I am a student. Very simple. We don't need fancy job titles at this stage, just the basic description.
Right. And another common question in introductions, especially when you're meeting new people, is how old are you?
And you would respond, I am 20 years old, or I am 35 years old. Just state your age. In some cultures, asking someone's age immediately might be considered a little too direct, but in English, it's generally fine in an introductory context.
That's a good point to remember, actually. Context is always key. Let's talk about identifying people. If you see someone with a friend and you don't know who they are, you might ask, who is she or who is he?
And the answer would be, she is my friend Sarah, or he is my brother John. This helps clarify relationships. A related question, of course, is he your brother?
And the answer could be, yes, he is my brother, or no, he is my friend. Simple yes or no answers, followed by a little more information, are perfect for A1 learners.
What about when there are multiple people? You might ask, are they your parents? And the answer, yes, they are, or no, they are my aunts and uncles. Again, keeping it simple.
Perfect. Now, let's cover a couple of personal status questions. Are you a student? We covered what do you do, but this is more specific. The response is either, yes, I am a student, or no, I am not. And similarly, are you married?
And the reply to that is typically, yes, I am married, or no, I am single. Very direct questions, very direct answers. Again, useful for getting to know someone.
What if you hear a name you're not familiar with, or a name that's a little unusual for you? You'll definitely need to know this one. How do you spell your name?
This is crucial. And then you just spell it out letter by letter. So if my name were John, I'd say John. Practice spelling your own name. It's a great skill to have early on.
Absolutely. It's one of those practical things you'll use all the time. Another practical one, what is your phone number?
And you just state the numbers, usually in groups. It is 555-1234. Sometimes people say numbers individually, especially in American English like 555-1234.
Good to know the variations. Let's talk about language. When you're learning English, it's very natural for someone to ask you, do you speak English?
And a great A1 response is, yes, I speak a little English. This manages expectations, shows you're trying, and still allows for communication. It's honest and helpful.
It's perfect. It shows you're making an effort. Now let's shift to a few more general phrases and then some goodbyes. What if you need help? Can you help me is a lifesaver.
And the best answer, if you can, is, yes, of course, or yes, I can. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's how we learn and navigate new situations.
Indeed, and often when you're out and about, you need to know the time, so what time is it is essential.
And the answer is, it is 10 o'clock, or it is 3:30. Practice telling time. It's a really practical skill for daily life.
It really is. Let's also cover some phrases about possessions. If you see a book on a table, you might ask, is this your book?
And the response could be, yes, it is mine, or no, it's not. Simple and clear. Mine indicates it belongs to you.
Great. Now for some closing remarks and farewells. We already covered good night as a farewell, but for general goodbyes, we have see you later or see you soon.
And the response is usually the same, see you soon or see you later. It's a friendly way to end a conversation when you expect to meet again relatively soon.
Then there's the very common and polite "have a good day." You'll hear this a lot at shops, cafes, or just when parting ways.
And the simplest, most common response is, "You too." Short, sweet, and expresses the same sentiment back.
What about if someone is new to your class or group? You'd say, "Welcome to our class."
And the polite reply would be, "Thank you very much." It acknowledges their kindness and makes you feel, well, welcome.
Absolutely. Okay, we've covered a lot. Let's do a quick recap, Michael, and maybe a little role play to put some of these together.
Sounds like a fantastic idea, Mary. So remember those basic hellos, hello, hi, and time-specific ones like good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And remember, good night is for saying bye before sleep.
Then we have asking about names and well-being. What is your name? How are you today? And how is it going? Super important for that initial connection.
Exactly. And for getting to know someone, where are you from? Where do you live? What do you do? How old are you? And are you married? These really help you build a picture of the person you're speaking with.
And identifying others or objects. Who is she? Is he your brother? Are they your parents? And is this your book? Simple questions, simple answers, very powerful.
Finally, those practical phrases like, can you help me? What time is it? What is your phone number? And how do you spell your name? Don't forget, do you speak English? With, yes, I speak a little English. A perfect response.
And for closing a conversation, we have nice to meet you, see you later, have a good day, and of course the ultimate goodbye, or bye, take care. Such a comprehensive list.
It truly is, Mary. Okay, let's try a quick scenario. I'm new to a language class, and you're the teacher, Mary.
Okay, I like it. Clears throat. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our English class. Hello, what is your name?
Good morning. Hi, my name is Michael. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Michael. How are you today?
I am fine, thank you. And you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Michael, where are you from?
I am from Canada, and I live in London now.
Wonderful. Are you a student here?
Yes, I am a student. I want to learn English better.
That's great. Do you speak English already?
Yes, I speak a little English, but I want to improve.
You're in the right place. We have a fun class here. Now, can you help me? What time is it right now?
Yes, of course. It is 10 o'clock.
Perfect. See, it all comes together quite naturally. It's not about memorizing every single word. It's about understanding the context and getting comfortable using them.
That's the key, Mary. Confidence builds with practice. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a step closer to getting it right.
Absolutely. Try to use these phrases every day. Practice with a friend, with a language partner, or even just by talking to yourself in the mirror. The more you say them, the more natural they'll feel.
And listen to native speakers. Watch English movies, listen to English podcasts like this one, and pay attention to how people use these greetings and introductions in real life.
Exactly. The more exposure you get, the more these phrases will become second nature. You'll start to recognize patterns and feel more comfortable responding.
So to recap, we've given you a solid foundation of 30 essential greetings and introductions. From saying hello and asking what is your name, to understanding good morning versus good night, you're now equipped to start those basic conversations.
That's right. And we really encourage you to go out there and try them. Start small, just a hi or good morning, and build up from there. You'll be amazed at how quickly you gain confidence.
Remember, every journey begins with a single step, and in English, that step often starts with a confident hello and a friendly introduction.
Thank you so much for joining us on Speaking Success today. We hope this episode helps you feel more confident about your A1 English.
We'll be back next time with more tips and tricks to help you on your language learning journey. Until then, have a good day and keep practicing.
You too. Goodbye, everyone. Bye. Take care.